Nicole Rodriguez, CEO and founder of NRPR Group and The Kingdom, talks to host Doug Simon on PR's Top Pros Talk.
Nicole, you're a dual entrepreneur. Can you give us a top line on each of those businesses?
Sure. So NRPR has been around for 10 years. I've been in PR and marketing for 25. So it is a public relations and marketing firm that really specializes in positioning businesses, repositioning them if they're pivoting, but really just working on their traditional and social media image online. So that is NRPR Group. The Kingdom is what I like to call a grooming sanctuary for men. It is a place where they can not only get a haircut, get their nails cleaned up if they need, a massage, waxing if needed, facials, but it's also a place to celebrate brotherhood and just relax and recharge. So it's a really great place for men to, I don't know, they come in great, they leave even better. So yeah, that's the Kingdom.
Did you see any connection between the business and work you were doing that enabled you to launch the Kingdom?
Absolutely. So with NRPR Group, and even prior to being at NRPR, I probably have launched on the, I would say, digital marketing and PR side, somewhere around 70 plus businesses. So understanding from the ground up where marketing plays a role, where positioning plays a role, where being really thoughtful before you even unveil your business plays a role. I know like the back of my hand what needs to be done for any new business to basically be unveiled to the world. So I feel like when I had the idea for the Kingdom, and I finally figured out how to piece all of those services together, I knew exactly how to take it out to the market, PR and marketing wise. So that definitely helped because I think that's a leg up. I don't think most businesses have that built in, and that's something for the Kingdom that we literally have plugged right into the Kingdom.
Yeah, as you well know, one of the main challenges for PR is not just coming up with great plans to execute, but being persuasive to get their client to understand and have that back and forth and get information. Do you have any difficulties at times with like CEO PR agency, CEO the Kingdom, having a back and forth and maybe not agreeing?
That's a great question. Thank you. I would say that the beauty of being in PR for so long is understanding so many different personalities, understanding the different types of positioning, how to take something from like a really high tech, highly sophisticated audience to your everyday sort of utilizing that language to capture the human, right? And tap into their wants and needs. And so I think that with all of that experience that I've had launching different types of businesses, working with different types of personalities, it really just helped make it that much easier for me to do that with the Kingdom because we just have understood at what level someone wants to be talked to at work versus someone who wants to be talked to thinking about their self-care and their leisure.
Yeah, what are some of the strategies that have worked for both businesses?
General PR has worked for both, right? I think that helping people understand, one, we're here and we're live. So announcing NRPR and announcing the Kingdom formally through news media, through press releases, but also through pitching to get stories formulated, to get interviews lined up. Like I said, most businesses don't have that benefit. And because of my personal experience, that's something that's just built in. The other thing is really laying a solid foundation of social media. You can't escape it as a business nowadays,
Right.
and just having forward thinking sort of ideas for your posts, knowing what cadence you want to put them out, having continuity in your brand, all of that has actually helped both brands so that they look alive when someone go and summons the Google gods and, where's NRPR or where's, the Kingdom? Our social media pops up. They see they're active. They see there's followers. They see there's likes. So that has actually really, really worked. So it helps with the perception. People see that, wow, these are viable businesses. I can trust them.
Yeah, and you often talk about how AI is changing PR and marketing. What's your take on that?
Yeah, that's another great question. So AI is inescapable. I think what people have to understand is AI still needs human input. It needs forward thinking from the human. It takes a human who sincerely knows what it wants from the AI and how to give it direction. So am I opposed to AI? I mean, at the end of the day, there are some benefits. It helps to cut some of the downtime if you can't think of a word like, oh, what's a great word for man, but has to do this and has to do that. Well, sometimes with our busy brains, it's not, it doesn't work as fast. Well, if I can ask AI, what's another word for man and this with this type of context, well, it can give me about 7 to 10 different options. And then from there, it continues to kickstart the brain to get things going. So I think it really helps with the creative process, but it's not 100% it's doing all of the work kind of situation. So you really have to know how to control it, how to give it commands, and how to know what you truly want at the end of it.
Yeah, and I didn't get a chance to put this through AI, but based on the description of what you were trying to find, perhaps you could just call it the Kingdom. But let's move forward to benefits of storytelling in building brand and gaining customer loyalty.
The benefit of storytelling, if you take it all the way back to elementary school and kindergarten and, remembering being so immersed when your teacher is reading a book and they're going page by page and, I don't know, unveiling why Sally lost her shoe. I think that if you can really capture a human's attention and get them to go along page by page, keep them excited, keep them interested. I don't know. What it does is it creates a certain type of loyalty to where people will see that and say, yeah, man, over the last couple of years, I've watched that evolve. I've seen that grow. So just doing that nicely and connecting to the human elements and spirit with all of the types of stories you're telling, it really creates that bond, almost like an invisible string between you and customers, potential customers.
Yeah, well, you've been really doing that in this conversation. Any final thoughts you'd like to add?
I think that starting any business, you really want to sit and be thoughtful about what's going to be authentic to you and to your brand. So whether that's sitting with yourself, if you're a solopreneur, or sitting with your team, if you have a founding team, and making sure that everyone's on the same page in terms of values, in terms of brand, what you stand for, what all of it means. That is important because that is going to play into your traditional storytelling, your social media, and again, your marketing materials and how you unveil your business to the world.
Sounds great. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.